Alright. I'm gonna be making a little bit of a different video. Because, you know, usually I record myself working out on this little series. I'm doing a something light, but I didn't get to record today. Today was legs. I went to a Planet Fitness and they were very crowded, so I wasn't able to record. But this is going to be a post-workout meal. So I'm going to start off by washing my hands. And what I'm going to be fixing tonight is some diced chicken with some onion and garlic. And I'm going to have some chips and guac or some chips and salsa on the side of that. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to grab myself an onion. Just a small one. I'm going to grab myself a bowl. Shout out to my sister for getting me a new knife set for Christmas. We're gonna see how sharp these knives. Oh, not too bad. I'll put them to the test here over the next year. The block that it came with also has a built-in sharpener, so that's a plus. We're just gonna take this small onion here, go ahead and peel out this outer layer. And start by dicing it up. I know I shouldn't be throwing the scraps on the counter. I shouldn't be lazy, I should just grab the trash can and walk over there to it. That way I'm not making an extra mess to upset somebody. But that's alright, I will take care of my mess in the end. Go ahead and get my onion diced up. Well, hello, beautiful. You look angry, angry as can be.
Do I look angry now?
She said, oh, the old man's here? It's time to be up all night.
To what? To Daddy.
I'm making a YouTube video. I did not get to go to the gym and show me being big and strong. So I'm gonna show them how I cook. Grab myself a bowl here. She's gonna lay her head right back there. Go ahead and throw my onions in here. And I will grab my scraps. Go ahead and throw them away. I did have a container that I kept all my compost in for my gardening, but since it's winter, I've not been composting. I know that's not a good excuse, but you know, beginning of spring, I'm gonna go ahead and start composting again, get ready to grow some more tomatoes and maybe some peppers this year. The chicken we're gonna be using is Purdue Fresh Cuts, diced chicken breast. If you look on the back here, I'm by no means tracking my macros very closely, but see, it's got 5 servings, 25 grams of protein per serving. That's going to be 125 grams of protein. Never go wrong with protein. I'm just going to take this here, it's already pre-diced. I'm going to pour some of this liquid off of it. But go ahead and pour that off and toss it in the bowl. We go over here to the fridge, grab ourselves a little bit of minced garlic, some jarlic, as some people call it. I know it's not necessarily as good as fresh, but it's garlic all the same. I enjoy it if I can find it. Oh lordy, there it is. Good old great value minced garlic. Grab ourselves a fork and just. Yes, Carrie, I hear you. Throw a hefty amount in there. And the seasoning that I'm going to be using is by Fire and Smoke Society. A friend of mine put me onto this. Chicka-looka-bam-bam. It's got salt, black pepper, white pepper, cayenne, thyme, paprika, garlic, mustard flour, and some other things in it. Just a nice hot and spicy chicken seasoning. And actually, before we throw that in, I'm gonna get a drizzle of some olive oil. Usually I'll use extra virgin olive oil, but we just have some classic olive oil. Just throw a little bit of that in there. And then we'll go ahead and cover everything heavily with some seasoning. And some of y'all may think this is nasty, but I think the best way to go ahead and mix something up like this is by just using one hand. That's why they make soap and water. You just wash your hands when you're done. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. You can hear my cat in the background. She's going a little crazy. Sees a reflection in the sliding glass, so she's trying to figure out who that other cat is. I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up, like so. And just for some basics, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle just a slight amount of some Morton's nature seasoning in there. Just give a little bit extra seasoning. Probably don't need all that salt, but it ain't gonna hurt me. I'll go ahead and wash my hands. Then I'll get a pan and let it start preheating. Okay, so I already got my pan heated up. I threw a little bit more oil in there. It didn't hit me till I got it heated up that probably should have, instead of throwing the onions in with the chicken and the seasoning and all, just went ahead and diced the onions up, threw them in the pan, let them pre-cook a little bit before I added my meat. That's usually how I go about it, but that's all right. Mistakes happen. We're going to grab ourselves a spoon here and go ahead and throw our chicken in the pan. Spread it out a little bit. And it also hit me that this spoon probably is not the best utensil to use. I probably should have just grabbed a metal spatula, but hey, it's all right. And pretty much from this point on, we just wait. And wait. And wait. But don't forget, while you're waiting, you want to go ahead and mix your chicken around a little bit. Make sure that all sides are getting cooked evenly. Chicken is one of those things you definitely want to make sure you cook fully. Cook it to at least a temperature of 165. That way, you know, you killed all risky bacteria and lower the chance of you getting any form of salmonella or food poisoning. So after you stir it up, you're just gonna wait. And wait. And wait. The chips and salsa that I'm going to be having on the side, or the guac and salsa, we've got some, here it is, how do you pronounce it? Traditional guac, spicy. It was reduced because it goes out in like 2 or 3 days, but that's fine. I'll probably have it gone within a day or two. And we've got some Jack's special salsa, medium. I'm just going to have that with your standard old white corn restaurant style tortilla chip. Like I said, I'm not the biggest on tracking macros. I know that'll definitely help me as far as losing weight and gaining muscle in the end. Only thing that I truly worry about, or not even necessarily worry about at track, but that I pay attention to is protein, because I definitely want to try and get that goal of a gram of protein, 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. I know I'm nowhere near hitting that. I got to eat a lot more, but at the same time, I don't really have any true goals as far as whether I want to bulk or cut or change my body majorly in any way. My biggest reason, like I said earlier, when my daughter was in here, going to the gym is just to be big and strong. You know, I know I'm not very big, but at the same time, I'm a lot stronger than I was 3 months ago when I first started. So that's my goal. Just go in there, work hard, make a difference, lift heavy stuff multiple times, pick it up, put it down, enjoy it. I've got my wife's cup here that my sister bought her for Christmas. I went ahead and stole that for my ice water, because unknowingly I bought my wife a cup like that same night that my sister did, so she ended up with 2 cups, and that just means that I ended up with a cup. So what we're going to do is allow this chicken to keep on cooking, and we're going to wait. I never understood why people are scared to cook chicken. Like, I understand salmonella is a real thing. You know, people don't want to get sick. They're afraid of undercooking it. But I mean, it's just like any other meat. You just got to cook it until it's. You can tell when something's getting close to cook. I mean, red meats. You know, you get your good sear on them, good crust. You know, if you got to slice it open, but you can get. There's a lot more leniency with like beef, but like steaks and cuts of beef and stuff like that, because you can eat it around like 135, 145, I believe. But chicken, I mean, if you're really that scared of it, just use a thermometer. But really, just cook it until all the pink's gone. If you're unsure, just go ahead and crank the heat a little bit more and cook it till it's too dry. But I've never really had that problem personally. Just kind of cook it when it's diced up like this. You know, some pieces are bigger than others, so it's not going to cook evenly. But, you know, 12, 15 minutes on a low heat. Make sure you're stirring it well, moving everything around. It's going to get done, you know. And chicken, one of the better sources of protein. Not the best. I don't know. I don't really know what the best is. I guess just your main sources of protein. Meat, poultry, dairy, you know, things like that. But there's no reason to be scared of cooking it, you know, or worried that you're not gonna cook it right. I mean, it's easy. All you have to do is wait. I think what I'm gonna do, instead of just having chips and salsa on the side with it, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the salsa and pour it over top of the chicken, and then I'll have chips and guac, and then I'll have a little bit of sauce on this chicken. I actually went ahead and turned the heat up slightly on it. That way I could potentially get a little bit of sear, but at the same time I don't want to cook it where it's completely dry or tough. I still want to be able to enjoy my meal, you know. But it's pretty much getting to the point where it's done. Move everything to the middle, give it a good shuffle. Grab myself a plate. I may even, I don't know if we have it. Let's see. We got a little bit of mild cheddar, a little bit of cheese. So I think what I'll do is, we have a tortilla, but I really don't feel like, I mean, I want to have chips. I don't want to have a tortilla. Make like a chicken burrito. But I think what I'll do, go ahead and sprinkle a little cheese on there while it's finishing up where it's at. And let that melt. Stove off. Clean up this messy pan. Got all these onions. Plate's gonna be hot as all get out sitting on that burner next to it, but it's not gonna sit there too long because we are about done. I'm gonna grab a spoon. Bone apple feet. You've got cheesy chicken with salsa. 125 grams of protein, not counting the cheese. And yeah, that's it. That's the video. Is it perfect? No, nowhere near. Is the food the best looking? Nah. But you know what? It's food. I cooked it. I know it's going to taste good to my standards. And I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I didn't get the workout. Well, I worked out, but sorry I didn't get to show me working out. I know that's more of the content that I'm going for, but who knows? Maybe I'll make a few more cooking videos in the future. Maybe if I ever do get into a point of wanting the bulk or cut, or I just track my macros closer, I might record that, keep up with it, and kind of share that with y'all as we go along on this journey. But until next time, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking everything out. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. It'll be chest and shoulders again. Probably gonna throw in triceps. I was trying a different split where I was doing chest, shoulders, back, arms, legs, and go from a 3-day to a 4-day. But that's not been working out. So triceps have been a little bit neglected. I'm gonna throw them back in tomorrow. Do a few pull downs with V-bar, pull downs with the rope, maybe some tricep press. But we'll see all that in the next video. Bye-bye.